Hello, everyone. Welcome to the world of NeuroGraphica. My name is Lana Shalom, and I'm here today to talk to you about the fourth principle in NeuroGraphica. Okay, give me 1 second. I just want to set up my Facebook so I can see your comments. Okay, here we are. Excellent. Okay, I am ready for our presentation. Excellent. Okay, 1 second. Okay, here we are. Okay, so again, welcome to our session, the live session on the 10 principles of NeuroGraphica. I am presenting it to you as part of the world of NeuroGraphica. My name is Lana Shalom. I'm a certified NeuroGraphica instructor and coach. Hi, Lana, how are you? Nice to see you. I'm glad to see you here. And I am bringing it to you as a series of live sessions that I gave last week and I will be giving this week on the 10 principles of NeuroGraphica, bringing you a deeper meaning, deeper insight into each one of the principles. As like I mentioned before, specifically each one of the principles, you can have like at least an hour of nice, deep philosophical discussion about it, okay? Here are all 10 principles. About maybe a week and a half ago, it was Sunday, not this past Sunday, the Sunday before, I did an open session on all 10 principles. And now we're going deep within each principle. Last week, we did the first 3, which was image integrates meanings. Meanings contain states of mind, okay? Each image has an association, has a memory associated with it. If we see a hand, it can mean different things to, it can have different meanings to one single person. It can have different meanings to different people as well. Any image we see, we can do this. As you saw this week, I was having an interesting, like interactive kind of discussion using the metaphorical cards. And I used the card from a beautiful, beautiful deck I found that's called Fathers and Daughters. And it's an amazing deck of cards. I've been using it with I have a coaching group, private coaching group that I've been using this week. And it's amazing how much people uncover. Just one single picture can have different insight, different meanings to different people. And that's the first principle. The second principle is, what we say is this, those meanings bring us to a certain state of mind, right? It can be a state of mind, it actually will be a state of emotion, right? A tree can bring me to the state of, oh, my memory when I used to be in my grandmother's garden, right? She lived in the country and she had a wonderful, beautiful garden, and me remembering how I would pick an apple. The tree can also bring to me a metaphorical association with the growth, right? How we grow like a tree, and many, many other things, okay? So, and then there is a third principle, which we discussed in details last time, which talks about the problems being the creation of our thinking mind, okay? When we start I don't remember who was it that said, I think, therefore I am in trouble, right? Don't remember the name of that philosopher. The point is that we discussed in the last session that when we start thinking, we start going deeper within our conscious, subconscious, unconscious, and we start having associations again, memories. The problems are really the creation of what we are thinking about something. And as I mentioned in the very first session, each principle is built upon the next one. Today we're going to the fourth principle. It's like a fourth part of what we're discussing. Today we're discussing some interesting, more or less like the previous ones were understandable. This fourth principle is a completely different direction. This fourth principle states, solutions have bionic quality. I remember when I read it the first time, I had to stop and think, what does that mean? I mean, seriously, what does it mean to you that solutions have bionic quality, right? Something, something to kind of ponder about, something to like think and like figure out, is that something you want to do? Is that something you understand? And I actually had to go back and like kind of look up. I'm like, I know the word bionic. What does it mean in this context? Because remember, images have different meanings, right? What is the meaning? And when we talk about images, we even talked about words, right? What does this word, what is the meaning of this word that we need to understand in order to fully understand this sentence, and moreover, to understand it in relations to NeuroGraphica? I do want to note that all the principles, for those of you who are just joining us, learning about NeuroGraphica, all of the 10 principles are created by the founder of NeuroGraphica, Pavel Piskaryov, PhD. So what we're trying to do here, we're trying to figure this out and understand, how does this relate to the, to the field of NeuroGraphica? What does it mean to me specifically? And what does it mean in general to the whole community of NeuroGraphica? So as I mentioned, the first time I heard this sentence, I decided I'm going to go to Google and just look it up what bionic means, because I'm used to bionic being, some kind of maybe a sci-fi movie, what is bionic? So I looked it up, and bionic means having normal biological capability or performance enhanced by something additional that comes from the outside of the human body. Whoa. So bionic comes from two parts, okay? The first part of the word is the word bio. Bio means biology, natural. A natural meaning or a natural way the human being operates, okay? The natural way we operate. If you remember the last session, we actually drew a beautiful picture where I illustrated the 4 worlds to you, right? The first world was the physical world. Bionic, bio is the physical means of how a human being operates, okay? If we need to take something, we use our hands. In order to walk, we use our feet, right? In order to see, we use our eyes. That's biological functions, capability, or performance that a human being experiences or conducts, right? Now, the second part of the word bionic, the NIC part, is actually a part of the word like electronic. Okay, this word came about from during the time of like electronic like revolution, when specifically it refers mostly to the medical field, when within, like when prosthetics, when people would lose their legs. I believe it happened like after, the Second World War II, when people came and they, their body were disfigured, and they would get prosthetic legs, prosthetic hands, and all of that stuff. So this word came about around that time. Okay, later on it came to circulate within like sci-fi areas, where people started using the word bionic when they started inventing like sci-fi stories, sci-fi movies, where they created like artificial people, like in my mind, what's the name of that movie about the RoboCop, right? About this policeman who was like almost killed, you would say, in the human terms, but they decided to take the body part that were damaged, but the heart was still beating, and they created like this robot with a beating heart. Like I remember at one point being quite fascinated with this movie. But that's where the word bionic would come from, It's this combination of biological capability enhanced by something additional that comes from the outside of the human body. In medicine, in sci-fi field, it usually means like electronics, enhancement of the human body by electronics. Again, in our everyday life, people we see, they may have prosthetic legs, prosthetic hands, right? People nowadays have heart surgeries where they put, some kind of, somebody was explaining to me, some kind of device that enhances that kind of allows their heart to beat in a certain way, and the person survives a heart attack or something. So again, that's what bionic means. It has a great, it belongs to the medical area. Now, we're in NeuroGraphica. This is the art coaching, okay? This is an integrative coaching solutions using art. When you start using the word bionic, I'm like, bionic? This is not sci-fi. We're not going to get into some kind of robots or anything. What is this talking about? And I'm going to repeat again what I said before, but now more different emphasis, okay? Different perception. In this case, we mean as a synthesis of something from within yourself, okay? Well, we're going to discuss this in details now. Something that comes within you and connecting it with something that was created from outside of yourself, okay? Again, that's a general explanation. I will be telling you now what that means more, okay? Give me a second. I want you guys to see me. Oh, 1 second, I just want to make sure. Okay, good. So just going kind of back to 1 second. Okay, going back, okay, to what I just said. So let's try to figure this out. Let's try again, go part by part. The first part I said was we're taking something that's within us. And there's that word bionic, bio, something natural, something, the real solution, the one we're trying to find must have some kind of connection with the natural part, okay, with the nature, with the natural world, with the way we naturally function. The way we naturally function, remember I mentioned it, is the physical world. That's what we did last time, the 4 world, the 4 circles. This is how we connect to everybody, right? On a human level, right? I need to open up my mouth. I need to say something in order for you to hear it, okay? Now, remember how we discussed last time how we have 4 worlds, and what happens is that during NeuroGraphic drawing, and we discussed this in detail during the pyramid of consciousness, that we start with the physical world, then we go into the emotional world, then we go deeper into the mental world, and then we reach something that we cannot really easily reach within the regular daily functions. We reach the spiritual world, we reach the drive, as Jung calls this, absolute. We reach the soul, right? I call it the soul because that's what it is. It's something that kind of is an engine, right? That drives us through life. And remember we talked about the solutions being within our questions, okay? Each question, each topic we choose to work on already contains an answer within it. What we have to do is kind of reach deeper within and reach that answer and take it out, like kind of exert it, open it up and take it outside, bring it to our consciousness, okay? We kind of go deep within our subconscious and bring that out. And that's what we mean when we say that's a bionic, that's a natural cause, okay? The natural way. The natural way is trying to reach within our subconscious, trying to find answers to who we are, what are we trying to do, how can we reach a certain topic, a certain goal, a certain quest in life. But then something else, right? Going within our subconscious, that's a bio part of our life. Now, what is the next part, right? We don't use electronics in NeuroGraphic. What do we use? And this is the second part. What we learn to do is we are using live visualizations, right? live imaging. We are creating something on the paper. And that's something, some people would call maybe artificial, right? That would be somewhat artificial, right? It's not natural for somebody to sit down and draw when they need something. Something artificial. That's something that Pavel Piskarev first thought of, and then he created a whole method. He invented it, and he brought it to the whole wide world. And that's what we do, right? We are using something artificial, and I will pretend it's with quotation marks, because Pavel actually argues that drawing is a natural way of living for every human being, right? And I agree with it somewhat, right? It's something new for our mind to grasp, but the concept is unique, right? Take a paper, sit down and draw. And we have ready symbols, we have ready shapes we need to add to our picture, to our imagery, to our drawing, in order for us to enhance the natural, remember what we talked before, natural biological capabilities or performance that we can perform naturally. The natural people are capable of maybe going within their maybe subconscious, right? Thinking about their thoughts. We discussed this during last week when we discussed the 2-minute brainstorm, right? Dwelling deeper within our thoughts, functioning within our, mental capabilities. And today we're going further. We're discussing what happens, what can we do from the outside? Remember, this is principle number 4, which starts kind of taking us toward the second part, which focuses on the graphical part of NeuroGraphica. What we're saying is what NeuroGraphica does is kind of aids us into going deeper within our mental capabilities, our subconscious, our unconscious, reach our soul and find the solution to the quest, to the topic we're looking for within ourselves, okay? And that's why this interesting principle says solution has a bionic quality. What it's saying is that solution, any solution, right, will come with a topic, will come with a quest, we're looking for a goal to be fulfilled. And we say the solution lies within a combination, a synthesis, if you may, of our natural self, right, who we are as a human being, who we are in the genetic makeup, our parents, our family, our previous life experience, right? And something that we're going to do right now, taking actions, okay? Now bringing it to the very important part of NeuroGraphic, okay? I want to tell you that in the beginning, right, all I did was draw NeuroGraphica, and I just expected, right, things to happen. I would draw something, and based upon like other people's reviews, I would be like, okay, I drew that I'm getting money and money will come to me. And in the beginning, it was beginner's luck. It would happen. Later on, I was like, wait a minute, I'm drawing me teaching. That was like back in 2018 when I was just learning. I would draw drawings about me teaching NeuroGraphic, learning, passing the diplomas and all of that. And I'm like, I'm doing all of this and I'm spending a lot of time drawing, but somehow it's not happening. What's going on here? Until I realized drawing is just one part of it. You have to actually take actions, you have to actually know that joke about, the guy who kept saying, praying every day to God, like, can I win $1 million? Can I win a lottery, right? He would pray every day and he would never win. And then he passes away and he goes to heaven and he's like, God, prayed every day. What was the big deal? Why couldn't you grant me this little wish? He said, I tried, but you never bought a lottery ticket. And this is what it is, right? We need to take actions. And this principle, is taking us to action. It's telling us solutions have bionic quality. Bio is natural. Naturally, you dwell within yourself, you draw, right? At this point, NeuroGraphic becomes a natural part of your life. You draw every day or not, you start looking within yourself, you start understanding that you need to learn to desire for something, right? Now I'll tell you, I work with clients, people are not aware that they need to ask for something. They need to have desires. But moreover, Stating your desires is so important. However, stating it alone is not enough. You need to act upon it. And that's major kind of message of this principle. Bionic. Bio is natural. Nick is artificial, something that you create, something that you take steps. Okay. And that's what I wanted to kind of bring today's principle. What else? I'm looking at my notes. What else I want to tell you? Yeah, it's so interesting to know that, all of this, it's taking actions. Let's talk about taking actions, okay? A lot of times, right, if you are learning to do something, you draw, like you work with it within that kind of session, within that lesson, you take actions because it's necessary. It's, it's a part of your course. You need to submit some work. And then a lot of people stop. Some people don't. And I see that in their like Facebook, profile, they post a picture, and then it's so, it's so fascinating, and it's so encouraging, I would say, when I look at those pictures, and I'm so glad. I'm so glad to see people drawing. However, most of the time people don't easily, like, just basically don't have time for it. They're busy with other stuff in their life, and they need some kind of incentive. I would like to invite you, starting next week, I am planning to have like a coaching group. It's actually called the Neuro Diary, okay? Neuro Diary is a course that I was enrolled in spring this year. I enrolled last year, actually. Here you go, talking about actions. I enrolled last year and had so many things on my plate, didn't have time to complete it. So this year when it came, I'm like, I definitely want to do this. Moreover, I want to not just get my basics, I want to become a specialist. I want to learn. And as a part of the specialist, of course, those of you who are specialists, you know what you have to do. You have to complete case studies, okay? Give me 1 second. Just needed to turn on my fan, it's getting hot. So for case studies, I was told I need to draw with some people. Because for myself, what I did for the basics course, I drew for myself for 21 days. I chose a topic and I started drawing. It didn't take 21 days for me to see the solution to my quest. It started every single day. I started seeing different changes. What real changes were, not just within the topic, but really within the perception, within how I started seeing different sides, different angles about this specific quest. And I started understanding something more about myself. Okay, I believe that was, yes, it was a financial quest that I wanted to do. Every single day, I would discover something new. I would discover a different angle, it was so amazing. I want to tell you that those 21 days, it wasn't just going deep within myself. It was really going deep within my own understanding. First of all, the practice of NeuroGraphic was completely different. For 21 days, I drew the ARL, the algorithm for removing limitations. But when you do the 21 days, you really break it down into 3 parts, right? Part 1 is like, I honestly will be explaining all of it. I will be leading on Friday, right? Actually after our live session about the 6th principle. I'm going to do an open session if you're interested to join about this coaching group, about what to do. What am I expecting you to do? What is expected, not just me, but what is expected of you to do? What can you do to be a part of the group? If you're interested to join, the major part of this being in that group is really drawing for 21 days. Now, one of the major questions I anticipate seeing is, what if I miss one day? So the major part, I guess, would be drawing 21 drawings, but they need to be as close to each other as possible. So if it's okay, I guess, if you miss like once or twice. So I think within the period of 21 days, since it's 3 weeks, if you miss one day out of 3 weeks, it's okay. But then you still need to continue. So then it would turn for you not 21 days, but maybe 24, because you still have to continue to get the 21 drawings, okay? Even if you miss one day, you continue drawing the next day. So you kind of don't break the chain. But this would be a great experience to see this principle, to see how you take something natural, take a natural quest. I believe we will actually be focusing on something specific, okay? We will be, I think it would be beneficial for everybody to maybe like have a goal, like maybe more or less the same goal. You can choose your own goal, but I would propose maybe a financial goal, something that would be relevant to everybody. Everybody can relate to the financial quest, financial stability, increasing one's financial income, and kind of work on that and see how every day, I mean, you will see result after the first few days. You're going to start noticing. First, it will be, of course, the first result will be bio, will be within yourself, your understanding of the quest, your understanding of how it works. But the second part will be the Nick, the outside of yourself. You will start noticing difference within your environment. You will start seeing, certain things will come into your life, maybe certain people, certain changes. You will start getting messages from like the universe about, how to go about certain things, how to change, you will start getting opportunities. You will start hearing some opportunities. It really does a great part of removing the name of that algorithm, specific, removing limitations. And the way it usually works, you remove the limitation within yourself, and that connects you with your environment, with your outside. Okay. It's interesting. So at least, I will explain the whole like logistics of it on Friday when I do the open session. But just for you guys to understand, we do need to practice the algorithm for removing limitations for it. And that's actually part of the basics course. So those of you who are not familiar, who haven't yet taken the basics course, I welcome to take it with me on this coming Sunday. We have a session that will be teaching the ARL, the algorithm for removing limitations. And you, of course, have option taking it with a certification or without a certification. If you need to know the difference, let me know. I can explain it to you further on. But that's what it is. And the basic part about this coaching group, that's why I'm so excited, is that it's not like I'm just telling you guys draw something for 21 days, because that's not enough. You really need, you need somebody to guide you. You need somebody to explain to you. And that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to be leading 3 times a day, 3 times a week. I will be present. I believe it will be Monday, Wednesday, Friday. I will confirm everything, all the information. But for now, 3 times a week, we will be meeting up. I will be answering questions, because questions will come up. Resistance will come up. People will all of a sudden feel like they don't enjoy drawing, or they don't want to do this, they don't want to do that. That's okay. What I'm going to teach you is that, okay, I'm going to teach you that special phrase that we say, where we say, I'm aware and I accept my resistance. It's okay to do that. We will work with it. Okay. And the basic part is I will draw with you, I will lead you, I will answer your question, and that will give you an incentive to actually do the work, to not just kind of stray or say, I'm going to do it, and then you miss a day or 2 or 3, and then it's like, I don't know if I want to do it. So absolutely, I invite you to join me. Let me go to see if there's any questions on Facebook. Oh, there you go. I see all your questions. The journal course by the Institute. Are you talking about the Neuro Diary, Lana? So it's a course by the Institute. I am getting certified by the Institute. You guys are not getting certified. You are just participating in the coaching group. I will give you afterwards a certification of participation in the 21 days drawing. And that's what it is. It's not a learning course by you guys. It's more of, again, experiential. You're being a part of the live coaching group where you're going to participate and draw for 21 days. And most importantly, what I am going to do, I will be guiding you through the phenomenology, making sure that we're noting our thoughts, our emotions, our body sensation. That's I know most of the time, I know all my not even just basics or specialist students, most of the students tell me this is the hardest thing to do, like to do the noting, to do the paying attention to all of it, because they just want to be in the moment of drawing, paying attention to the way the line goes. That's important, but what I am going to focus, and that's going to be your learning part, by the way. This is the best part about this, that you get to hone down that skill, the skill of, phenomenology, paying attention to all of the necessary parts to actually involve yourself within the process of drawing. Hi, Marla, nice to see you. Nice to see you. Excellent. Let me see all the comments. For some reason, I don't see all of it. Oh. Let me do the refresh. I guess the comments are disappearing. I saw Lana's question, then I see Marla, you asked me, okay. Yes, the Neuro Diary, excellent, like some new series. Yes. So this is going to be interesting. Great question, Alana. You asked me whether it's going to be, why can't I see the new comments? You asked me whether the series will be FB session live. So I'm going to do an open session on FB Live on Friday, but I actually thought about doing it live. I will not be doing it. Why? Because it involves actual drawing of ARL. And I'm not sure that can be an open information, simply because many people are not familiar in how to draw ARL. And I think it might be a bit maybe complicated, because I'm not going to explain how to draw ARL. But the info session on Friday, yes, it will be open right after the principles session. Okay, we're going to actually do the principle, and then I'm going to do right away at 2 o'clock the open session on the coaching diary, where I will actually explain how it works, what is required, what is, what I expect you to do, what it's okay, not to do, kind of. You don't have to participate in the 3 sessions with me. What I'm going to do is probably we're going to have a special group, because I'm not sure I'm going to do it live open, because it will involve some people talking about their personal stuff. So it will be like a private group on Facebook that we're going to call the Coaching NeuroGraphica group. But everybody are invited, and I am making it open in a sense that I am going to invite everybody to participate in the sessions, and it will be by donation. Okay. Yes, absolutely right, Alona, at 2 p.m. Okay, I'm going to post probably like a flyer today later for everybody to know, but I'm going to make it accessible. For energy exchange reason, I have to charge something. It cannot be openly free, because it does involve a lot of energy, me explaining, me drawing with you, but I'm making it totally financially accessible, because the point is, I think it's such an amazing practice for people to get into. I truly believe, I know when I did it, it truly changed not just the topic, not just the quest, but truly changed, the way I see things. And I want to tell you the major thing, things started changing in my life, not just within that topic, everything else cleared up. Okay. It was like, once you clear up the major path, all the other paths, once the light shines through the major path, all the other paths will be like reflected through the light. Okay. Yeah, it's absolutely fascinating. I know a few people have, because I've been planning to do it in the summer and then it didn't happen. And I know a few people told me I have to remember to kind of message them. But absolutely everybody's welcome to join. I specifically invite all the basics students. Guys, you will have so much fun doing this. I invite the specialist students. Why? And those of you who are already even been certified, because again, this will hold down your skill. Okay, the main purpose of the 21-day challenge is more than just cultivating a daily practice. No, the 21-day challenge is, the main purpose is, I would say for me, the main purpose would be to instill this ability to become aware of your thoughts, your emotions, your body sensations, be able to seamlessly integrate it within your NeuroGraphica practice. If we're talking about in general, the purpose of it is to learn how it's not just cultivating the daily practice, but rather to see that when you take one topic and focus on it, the changes you will see come in your life will be much more than just the topic. It will bring changes to all areas within your life. It will be like a reflective light that reaches everywhere. It's a fascinating practice. I will say that for me, the major part would be for you guys to participate in it is that, and I will discuss this in details on Friday, for you guys to give permission for me to use your results within my case studies. That's why I'm making it accessible. That's the reason why I'm not making a huge course out of it. Because again, I feel like the more people will practice it, the better it is for the NeuroGraphic community. Yes, it's an intensive to learn reflection practice. Absolutely, Lana. I'll be honest with you, that's my goal. That's what, based on what the questions, most of the questions, what my students give me from various courses, both the basics, the specialist, and all the other, algorithms. Most of the time people are not just not capable, but they have difficulty that they don't fully understand. Just like, like what we did with the principles. We started discussing the principles, but it's within each principle, there's so much hidden within. And also, I believe what I want to show guys, the idea of using ARL is one of the major algorithms that can truly uncover lots and lots of pathways. And again, let's say for you as a specialist, certified specialist, this would be a great way to start gaining, personal journey within. So you can use this as a practice. You can use it with your own clients. I want people, first of all, for those who are specialists, I want people to be more aware and more confident about using it with their own clients. If you're a specialist, if you're a basic student, learning that this base algorithm truly opens up lots and lots of gates for you in your own life, in your own topic, everything. It's truly, truly amazing. Like I said, I tried it and I was truly surprised would be, I was astonished by the results that I got. And I was like, whoa, the insights I got into what I want, basically, not even the main quest, but my secondary quest, that was like a side quest. I realized that's not something I want to achieve. I want to go into different direction. It's, again, like I said, it's really going to be a whole bouquet of things, but I will talk about how to choose a quest. I will talk about how to focus on the topic. It will also, I think, will be an insight into how in the basics course, usually we come, we learn, we draw, we practice, but a lot of times people don't find that to be enough. A lot of time people tell me that they watch, other cohorts and they tend to watch other videos. They want to kind of, participate. They want to see more, but they can't always see it live. So this would be like a live getting together, but not a teaching. I'm not going to be teaching you how to do the ARL. That's why people who come to this course will really need to be somebody who graduated, who finished the ARL, the basics course, or at least know how to draw the ARL, which I believe you should be finished with the basics course because I don't think anybody teaches it outside. You don't have to be certified in the basics course. Honestly, even if you come and tell me that you are and you're not, you're going to have a hard time because I'm not teaching the ARL. What I'm going to show you is, again, for those who are planning to become NeuroGraphic coaches, for those who want to use the NeuroGraphic as a specialist within your coaching practice, that's why it's going to be an amazing program. Why? Because you get to see the inside world of the coaching using NeuroGraphic. That's my goal. I'll be completely honest with you. That's kind of an opening to what we're planning, me and Margarito, that's what we're planning to do in this group. Start the live coaching support kind of group for those of you who are specialists, who are planning to become instructors, how to use NeuroGraphica within your coaching practice. And again, you can be a part of it as like a student, like as a client, or as a specialist. You can do both, right? That's what I do. Every session I take, every course I take, I learn both. First, I learn as a student, and then I become a specialist or even an instructor, and I become a trainer, and I learn how do I utilize it, A, within my coaching practice, and B, within my teaching practice. How do I teach it to other people? How do I bring it to other people? And that's the main part, okay? I can just sit down and practice on my own, and I've been doing it. I just had a second part, was, like I said, my private coaching group, and Russian speaking one. And what we did was so amazing. We actually integrated the Ho'oponopono practice with NeuroGraphica, and it's absolutely fascinating, absolutely amazing. I want to tell you, that's probably, I'm planning to do that also, maybe either starting next week or the week after. And that's my basically plans for this coming year: pure NeuroGraphica teachings and coaching, okay, using NeuroGraphica in conjunction with other coaching tools, in conjunction with others, with other kind of practices, and most importantly, practicing how you can use NeuroGraphica, A, for yourself, and B, in your practice, okay? So important. I know most of the time that's what the questions I receive from the specialist students, because they're like, how do I do the case studies? It's not, it's not so easily integrated. As much as me or Margarita try to integrate it within even the specialist course, it's not. And the same thing with the basics course. We teach how to do the ARL, but now I want to practice doing it with you guys every single day. Why? Because quantity does mean quality in this specific case. Again, I'm going to talk more about it, okay? For now, honestly, I just wanted to do a general. I didn't think we're gonna do it so deeply, but absolutely. If you have any more questions, do feel free to go ahead and ask your questions. Write to me, PM me if it's private. Welcome to write in the group, in the chats, everywhere. Yes, Marlo, I love Ho'oponopono. Yes, I am a certified, what do you call that? Not just Ho'oponopono, but deep Ho'oponopono practice, and actually develop my own practice based on Ho'oponopono. And it's amazing to use it with NeuroGraphic. It really enhances. And that's what it is, going back to our principle: solutions have a bionic quality, guys. Just, as great as it is, to practice different practices, but it's not enough. We need to take action. We need to do more things to start, creating transformation, not just within us, but within the people, within the environment around us. The 21 Neuro Diary, we are starting, we're going to start, I believe I'm going to start next Monday, because I want to make sure we finish it within the 3 weeks, the beginning of September. Yeah. 3 weeks. I want to make sure we finish it like maybe by the, I guess, second week of September or something. I want to make sure that I will be able to be with you guys every day, because afterwards, I believe the September 6th, there's Labor Day, and then it's Rosh Hashanah. So I won't be available for 2 days. I want to make sure that I will be with you guys for those 21 days, at least every other day. So, so again, to keep you guys going, give you incentive, guide you, answer questions. You will have questions coming up, because it's not easy to start drawing every single day, because things will come up and you need to, kind of get guidance and learn how to work through them. And that's my major addition to this, okay? Plus, it will kind of give you like a kind of inside look at how or what we can do to, what we can do within the coaching groups. We have a lot of plans. I have a lot of interesting tools that I want to bring it to you next year. I want to start getting an understanding. And those of you who are specialists, future instructors, you will find it extremely, extremely relevant. I will finish and I'll come soon. Probably, honestly, I don't remember that calendar, Marla. You can look at your calendar, yeah. But it has nothing to do with the instructor course. I just want to let you know, because I know Lana asked me. This is not an official course from the Institute, Again, it's a course that I am participating in, that I'm taking and bringing it to you as part of the case studies that I'm inviting you to participate. And that would be a great participation for you guys. You will have a lot of fun. Of course, we will be drawing NeuroGraphica. We will be having fun, and we will be, enjoying ourselves. Okay. Didn't get to draw today, but I guess we will draw next time. I'm going to try to talk less and draw more. But just basically an understanding, but it still brings us to the fourth principle that we discussed today, which was solution has a bionic quality. Here you go. Just wanted to share it with you again, this beautiful presentation. And come join me on Thursday. I would love to see you guys on Thursday when I see you for the next principle. Okay, again, reminding you this week, we met today. Thursday will be 11 o'clock. Friday, disregarded 2 p.m. It will be at 1 p.m. And then at 2 p.m. we will discuss a neuro diary, okay? And on Thursday, we will discuss the fifth commandment, as I call it, right? The fifth NeuroGraphic commandment. The fifth principle, harmony leads to satisfaction, okay? And I do want to know that what we discussed today is part of the neurosynthesis course, okay? Neurosynthesis course is what we started doing. You can welcome to draw that. The part of the four worlds that we exist in as human beings, and learning how to connect it all together. And most importantly, learning how to use NeuroGraphica in uniting it all together, okay? I thank you for joining me today. I am looking forward to getting your private questions. You're welcome to PM or questions underneath this video or any other post. Join me, ask questions, let me know what else you want to hear about. And I'm looking forward to seeing you more on Thursday. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for your wonderful questions, Marla and Ilona. Yes, Marla, definitely go back and listen if you happen to miss the first part. I know, but I promise you it's going to be fascinating. Okay, thank you, ladies. I am wishing you a wonderful, beautiful summer day ahead, and enjoy your summertime. By me, actually, my kids are starting school next week already. So yeah, summer is kind of ending up soon, but we still have lots of time. Have a nice day, everybody. Good.